Welcome to the 188th installment of Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about some wild NBA trades and the 2017 NBA draft.
Tell him, Alejandro.
TA drinkers, the weekend just finished. Everybody was wilding because Chris Breezy was out here beefing with the Migos, but I was consuming some NBA draft, baby. We got to start off with some sexy trades that happened. One of the three LeBron James stoppers, Jimmy Butt, aka Jimmy Butler, getting traded from the Chicago Bulls to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I'm just laughing, man, because the Chicago Bulls got fleeced, bamboozled, hoodwinked, finessed. They traded Jimmy Butt and swapped draft picks with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I feel like they shouldn't have swapped draft picks, but also when I look at what they got in terms of players, they got Zach LaVine back and they got Kris Dunn. I don't feel like that's enough, in my opinion, for Jimmy Butt, and here's why I say that. Because the Chicago Bulls, a team that seems like they're about to have to begin a rebuilding process, Jimmy Butt has multiple years on his contract as opposed to Paul George. Paul George has 1 year remaining on his contract, and he put the pressure recently on the Indiana Pacers and told them basically, yo, next year when I'm a free agent, I'm not re-signing, aka trade me and get something for me. You're not in that situation with Jimmy Butt yet, so I feel like they rushed and just took any deal that was thrown their way. Bad luck, Chicago Bulls. Shoulders. Dwight Howard got traded from the Atlanta Hawks to the Charlotte Hornets, and I feel like, again, we got another situation where a team got finessed. The Atlanta Hawks did a salary dump here. They traded Dwight and swapped draft picks, and the pick that the Hornets got is a higher pick. So the Hornets got the better pick, and the Hornets got the better player for Belinelli and my man's Miles Plumlee. Now for the Charlotte Hornets, I think they did a great job in scooping up Dwight for the low. I don't understand why Atlanta was feeding to get Dwight Howard's salary off the books, because having salary cap space is not really good when you're a team that's not necessarily attracting the top elite free agents. What are you going to do with that money? At the end of the day, we'll see which direction they going in moving forward, because they might lose their man's Milli, Paul Millsap, due to free agency. My Brooklyn Nets, baby, they just scooped up D'Angelo Russell. We could kind of see this coming. They swapped D'Angelo Russell and Timofey Mozgov. It's a salary dump there for Brook Lopez, one of the two Lopez twins. This is the better, more skilled one. The other Lopez is just a goon. He be out here fighting with Ibaka. That's his role, baby. The Pachulia role. I understand this trade because the Lakers intend on drafting a point guard, which is the position that Russell plays. And ultimately, it comes down to the situation that my man's Russell had with Swaggy P a while back, where, as we all know, he did this, that, and the third, and, got him in trouble with Shorty. So at the end of the day, Magic Johnson, the new president, the new GM, the man out here making these moves for the Los Angeles Lakers, he feels like D'Angelo Russell is not a leader and he wants to go in a different direction. So we're going to see what up with D-Russ. I'm rooting for him to hopefully put in some twerk for my Brooklyn Nets. And also the Lakers got more money to play with for next summer. And word on the street is they looking at scooping up both Paul George, and LeBron James, the Intercontinental airline champion of the world. Now we gotta talk about this NBA draft, baby. The first pick was Markelle Fultz for the Philadelphia 76ers. They traded up to get this draft pick from 3 with the Boston Celtics. So now the Celtics got the third pick. Sixers, they got a little big 3. They got my man's Trust the Process from Cameroon, Joel Embiid. He's a beast in the paint. You don't want it with him, man. And he'll give you them fingers on Twitter crazy. Then you got my man's from Australia, Ben Simmons. He don't got no jumper at all. Can't shoot to save his life. I mean it. If you give him 10 shots with his life on the line to make 6 or more, he gonna die. Ultimately, I like the direction the Sixers are going in. It's officially time to see what this process is all about. Y'all got a little fugazi big 3. Let's see if y'all can make some noise, make a little splash this year. Second pick in the draft, Los Angeles Lakers. They scooped up Lonzo Ball. Everybody was waiting for this moment. Lonzo Ball's pops, LeVar Ball, been out here talking reckless. I like his wrestling persona, but I do think he's bugging. I like that he believes in his son, and I like that they are out here trying to get this bread with them $4.95 sneakers. But at the end of the day, when you say that you could beat Jordan 1v1, and you say your son is wavier than Curry, and your son wasn't even in the NBA at the time that you said that, from from here on out, I'm looking at you with the side eye. As far as Lonzo, I'm excited to see him play, and I do think he's going to struggle because of his pops talking reckless. I think the goons in the NBA are going to feast on this young man. I feel like they're going to smell blood in the water, and his rookie year is going to be rough. He's going to take muchas palizas all day, every day, but I can't wait to see what's up. Number 3, the Celtics scooped up Jayson Tatum from Duke. I saw this happening because the Celtics kind of hinted towards the fact that, whether we pick at number 1 or number 3, the guy who we want is always going to be there. We all knew that they needed some athletic wings, you feel me? Because they already have a point guard. Why keep the number 1 pick and then flirt with drafting Markelle Fultz when you could actually trade down and get picks for the future? So I kind of saw what's up. They was definitely going to pick a forward, and I sensed that it was going to be Tatum because the next pick was number 4, Josh Jackson. He's a forward who did not interview with the Boston Celtics. He was drafted by the Phoenix Suns. So I was like, damn, once he didn't take that interview, I kind of knew what it was. I think Josh Jackson did not take the interview with the Celtics because he ain't want to play in Boston. That city be having some cold weather, and he was like, I want to chill out in Phoenix and enjoy the bunnies, baby. So I see what it is. Good job. Number 5, Sacramento Kings got one of my favorite players in the draft, De'Aaron Fox. He's a point guard. I like to call him the Lonzo Ball killer, baby, because he took it to Lonzo Ball crazy in college. Number 8, baby, my favorite pick in the draft, the New York Knicks, baby. We went all the way to France to get this man. It's time to give a shout out to the New York Knicks, baby. The 18-year-old sensation. God's gift from Mr. Alejandro straight to you, baby. Frank Ntilikina. Let's go, baby. A lot of cats was kind of mad that the Knicks scooped up Frank Ntilikina. A lot of Knicks fans felt like, we should have picked Malik Monk. Or we should have got Dennis Smith Jr. He was the follow pick, number 9 with the Dallas Mavericks. He's athletic. He could finish crazy. There was some concerns about his maturity. And as you can see, somebody like a D'Angelo Russell had mad potential, mad skills, but he just got traded because of maturity concerns. So maybe the Knicks felt like Dennis Smith Jr. in a chaotic place like New York would have probably struggled. Also, the Knicks are dealing with mad stuff, man. They out here talking like, we about to trade KP, da-da-da. Phil Jackson, he sucks. He's got to get fired. But at the end of the day, I knew the Knicks was not going to trade KP because that's the only thing that the Knicks got. The Knicks really need to build around KP. They know that. Keep in mind, when KP got drafted by the Knicks, we all booed. Whoa, Porzingis, look at him, tall, skinny, white. He's probably whack. But then we ended up falling in love with him. Now, as far as Frank Ntilikina, all I got to say is bonjour, oui, omelette du fromage, soit fantastique. Alonso, baby. Let's go, Frankie. We out here. Woo! There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's recap of some sexy NBA trades and the 2017 NBA draft. What y'all think about some of these trades? Who's winning? Who's losing? What y'all think about the draft? Tell them in the comments.
Tell him.
Tonight's bow tie is fly. Out here rocking that blue. See me out here trying to get the goon beat up. Tune in for more sports, cars, video game, fitness, and all that. Follow at Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events. Or if you want to hear me cover a certain team or topic. Tell them. Outro music. Yeah. Minnesota Timberwolves fans, y'all need to stop playing and go get Kyle Lauri. Big 4 will blow up the door, baby. Cavs, it looks like they pursuing Paulie, Star Mello via buyout, and D Wade via buyout. We gonna see what up tonight. MVP, baby. West Breezy. I can't wait. Let's get it.